Okay. Okay, now I have to tell you from the onset that I learned this from a barista in Kansas City who was working at Starbucks and he was making mugs. And he came and did a demo at the studio I had in Kansas City. There's nothing scientific about it. There's nothing precise about it. You can cut your clay as thick or as thin as you want. I cut these at home. They are Rio Red, Black Mountain, and B-Mix. They're all aardvark clays. I tried the Laguna clays, and the Laguna clays separate.
Really?
Don't know why.
Don't like each other.
Apparently not, but I was getting big gaps in between the colors. Obviously, not good, but have no problem with the aardvark clays. So, Black Mountain, Rio Red, and B-Mix, without sand.
The clay are here when we want to buy.
We sell all of
Yeah,
those.
yeah, we have,
Laguna clay.
and you need to be a member in order, but everybody's a member that's here tonight, so,
Aardvark clays,
aardvark, right,
not Laguna.
right.
She said Laguna's no good for this.
I had,
Laguna clay.
no, aardvark clay. Laguna clay did not work.
Aardvark is the one we want to use.
You want aardvark
Have you
clay.
ever tried it and more expensive? The-
Maybe
I
a
don't think
dollar.
so.
I think
Is
a dollar.
it that much?
I think so.
So, but, yes,
On the other clays, can you buy a smaller portion or you have to buy the full portion?
you have to find a whole 25-pound bag, yeah. But it obviously lasts a long time.
There's enough people in here who are interested, you can, 2 or 3 or 4 of you.
Sure, buy a bag.
A bag of clay
Well-
and split it up.
And you can only buy 1 bag a day. So if 3 people wanna, split
There you
split
go.
the bags, you got it made. Okay, now I cut these at home and I just wrapped them in plastic wrap so that I could put them in a bag and bring them here. So normally what I do is I do it back here because these 2 clays are dark. I usually do my B-Mix first and I'm just gonna stretch it out.
Does everybody know this stretching trick?
Throw it.
You throw it.
Yeah. Scott told me that was his secret. That nobody else knew how to do it.
Well, Scott lies.
Well, he saw you coming.
Right.
The barista in Kansas City knew. Yes.
And Char, it's really important that we remember that the darker clay must be done back here.
Yes.
That the darker clay must what?
Be done on here.
On this table.
Yes, absolutely. That's why I'm back here.
Or there's a table on the other end of the room that's red clay also.
Yeah, but it's a lot higher. And for us shorties, it's just really hard on your back if you're doing it like this. So I'm just gonna stretch this one out. The other thing that I found is it's easier when it's not cold.
Yeah.
It stretches out much easier when it's warm.
What is the difference between this clay and that clay, other clays?
Nobody knows why.
I don't know. I have no idea why. That's why when I first came here, I tried the Laguna clays and it didn't work. So it took 8 months to talk the powers that be into using aardvark clays. So, but I think a lot of people like the aardvark clays, so. Okay, so I'm just gonna slam this one on top of there, and I'm gonna turn it over. I usually put the white clay in between. Now in this particular one,
How thick do you stretch them out to?
how big?
How thick?
Till it looks right. Like I said,
It looks like about half an inch.
yeah.
Quarter
And this, the way I cut this, it seems like it's a little more It's a little thicker than these two were. So we're gonna have a little more red clay in this one.
How many pounds is that? Not what?
I just cut it off. Just, you know, it's about that much.
This many pounds.
Looks like about half an inch to 3/4 in the middle, maybe.
Okay.
I suppose, sure. I don't see why you couldn't.
Well, except the roller's gonna make it very thin.
Well, you can crank it up
This
to,
roller, the hand rollers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure.
I suppose. Why not?
Okay, here goes.
Go, slap it.
Hey-ya.
When I put it like this, and I'm gonna cut it in half. So you got,
Pretty.
Cool.
then I'll stretch this out. And what I'm doing is I'm just kind of blending it where it's kind of not coming together, because then you won't get bubbles. Okay. Now I want it to be every other. So this is black, so I'm gonna put the brown here.
That's it. It just got beyond me.
But you only stretched one of those halves?
No, I stretched both of
Oh,
them.
you did, okay. I must have been writing.
Pay
Oh
attention.
my God. This is like that pastry technique with the butter.
Exactly.
yeah.
Beautiful.
So there,
It's good enough to eat.
now you got,
How many layers have you done now? 6?
I'm gonna do
Yeah.
3. And just kinda matching it together, smash it together so that you don't get bubbles. Like I said, there's nothing scientific, there's nothing precise about any of this. Okay. This is brown, so I want the next layer to start with the black mountain. I do it 3 times. That's it. Then I'll go around and I'll just kind of squeeze this together so I don't get bubbles. And then I'm just going to make this into a pug.
What is a pug?
It's just a big glob of clay.
I kind of thought that. I think we brought a call to him.
What do you do? And this way you don't have to go to the gym.
That's what I call my bread making technique. Just make a loaf.
And then you have
Wow, that's so cool.
your clay's all ready.
Very nice.
Good enough to eat.
It's like that
Yes.
Japanese technique. Never
So now what I'm gonna do, besides blow my nose, I'm gonna take this over to the first wheel over there and I'll show you how I throw it.
You can handle.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't have to just, you don't have to.
Oh,
do it
no.
on you.
Oh,
Right, that's-
yeah. Yeah, you can just roll it out on the slab roller
Yeah, they do, Japanese do that.
Yeah. And you know, I've seen so many people, some of them do strips so that it isn't all wavy and wonky. And
It's like a coffee cake.
exactly. Don't eat this. No eating the clay. And yeah, so it you know, it's not hard to make. What you want to do is if you're throwing it, and when you're hand building, don't work it more than you absolutely have to. When I go over there on the wheel head to throw this, I'll bring it up once, bring it down, and start throwing. Because the more you work it, the more you get some really nice colored brown clay. Believe me, I know. And people go, oh, do you wedge it? No, 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 no. No wedging, no wedging. You're just gonna go.
That's the wedge.
Can you make it coil?
Sure.
Why not? Yeah.
Sure.
Pretty.
Oh, I think, yeah, sometimes I coil my handles on my mugs. And, you know, sometimes I use just a handle maker tool and pull it. If you want to make mugs, I wouldn't pull my handles because
They blend.
what you want to do is you want to get all that slurry, all that slip off of it. And if you're pulling it, it's hard to clean it off before you put the handle on. And it's really hard to clean it all off once the handle is on your piece. There was something else I was just thinking
You
of.
don't use a lot of water,
No,
okay, because that
No.
would slurry it as well.
exactly. But I'm gonna go over there and show you how I clean it off. Now, when I'm trimming, when I make sure it's extra leather hard. I don't want it to be, you know, powdery and totally dry, but you wanna make it a little more leather hard than you normally would with like B-Mix or whatever, simply because it smears. And you don't want it to smear, you want clean lines. So I usually let mine dry more. Okay, you wanna go over here with me and we'll throw this? It's easy, just pop it out, take it outside to let it dry. Dangerously close.
I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to talk on the telephone.
I don't worry about
Stripes
what?
are? What direction your stripes are? Or?
No. No. But the bottom will look like this when it's all done. Which is, sometimes the bottoms are the prettiest part of the piece.
You can't see your piece.
What? No. I think my dad's gonna give me a punch. Okay, I'll just let it be like that. I am left-handed, and I learned to throw right-handed, and so,
You don't reverse the wheel.
no.
I do.
didn't- Nobody told me you could reverse the wheel when I first started.
I figured it out on my own just maybe a year ago.
Well, and I did, you know, when I found out, I tried I can't throw.
No, because
It
the
took,
wheel going
it
the
took
other-
work
Yeah.
to figure it out.
Yeah, I throw clockwise, because that's how I learned in Japan. Half of Japan goes one way and half goes the other way. I had to go to the one. But I had to teach the other way. So you can't tell what's happening because of all that mush.
Exactly. Okay, another thing, you really have to compress the bottom, because you don't want your clays to separate.
Isn't that cool? It's just like magic, you're right.
You wouldn't think with that glob of stuff that I had there, that it would be like this.
Look at how nicely it's rimmed with white.
Very nice.
I planned it like that.
Yeah. I think you're gonna see a lot more of those around.
Yeah. Right now, it's real easy to identify all my stuff.
Those days are gone.
I saw a few people using your system and then no more.
Yeah,
I guess they got bored with it.
could very well be.
Well, you have to buy 3 things of clay.
It sells very well.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make anything fancy, I'm just gonna. Beautiful.
Does your husband chew tobacco?
Gee, that's a tool I don't have. I may have to buy that.
That's pretty nice.
My theory is the poorer you are at doing a project, the more tools you have for doing it.
Okay.
Here comes the big reveal.
Right.
And what I found is if you clean it up now, the cleanup later on is so much easier. And then very nice. Okay.
Bravo.